like the idea of marriage at that age, but I never knew what that meant.
Okay.
And I knew that I always wanted to be a mother. So I think the fulfillment there is that I'm, number one, I'm a good mother, even being a single mom, trying to pull that off, having the pressure of, oh, now she's divorced, how is she going to make it with 2 kids? Even though it was like shared 50-50 custody. And then being a good daughter and realizing how to be a good daughter, because I don't think I was an okay daughter when I got married, but I was so focused on being a mom that I think after divorce I got so much support from my parents that I automatically became a better daughter. So I think those 2 areas of fulfillment for me.
Like being a mother
Being a mother
and being a good daughter.
and being a good daughter, but then also, in addition to that, being independent and trying to support myself 100%.
That you feel gives you fulfillment.
It gives me fulfillment, whereas like I'm not dependent on anybody. I used to be dependent on my parents, and then I became dependent on my ex-husband.
What need of yours is it fulfilling? Like if you had to think like that, I know you haven't thought about it like that, but if you had to think about it like that, because fulfillment is it's fulfilling something. What is it fulfilling in you?
The need of
The independent part.
the need of wanting to be independent.
That's a want. What need is it fulfilling?
Not needing to be dependent on anybody else.
Did you just manipulate the word?
I mean, I was always afraid to be dependent.
Why is it bad to be dependent on someone?
Because the other person is like, that's a chore to them to give to you, to support you. And I didn't want my brother or my dad to give me that. I wanted to
Right, of course.
do it myself, right?
Yeah, that's family. I mean, their roles are different.
Yeah.
Okay. So what it's fulfilling is your dependence on yourself.
Does that make sense?
I mean, hey.
I mean, give me a list of all the things that I could be feeling fulfilled with. Like, give me an example.
Let me define fulfillment the way I look at it in life. And you know, the funny thing is that all of these things sort of, we tend to look at words in terms based on our perspective over time. So maybe my perspective is incorrect, but the way I look at fulfillment is doing something that you need to do, but you don't necessarily want to do it. And I'll try to give you different examples of that at different stages in life.
Like working out and needing to be a certain shape.
Right.
In your body.
Not certain shape, but working out to basically physically better yourself.
Yeah.
And once you get there, you realize the benefits it gives you.
Yeah.
Most of the things that you need to do and not want to do have delayed gratification in them.
Right.
So, being in good health. Another example when you're younger is and your parents tell you you need to go to college and take a certain major. You hate it, you don't want to do it, but they know that you need to do it, so they force you. It's not that they're getting some kind of hidden pleasure out of paying for your college or dropping you off to college or whatever it is that they're doing for you, right? They know you need it.
Yeah.
Because one day when you walk out with that degree and you find a job and you start making your own money, you feel fulfilled.
Okay, that makes sense now.
There is a certain hidden potential inside of you that needs to be fulfilled, and your parents recognized how that can be fulfilled, and that would be when our daughter or son is going to be able to have a decent life and support themselves. So it's not so much the independence. Independence is more the outcome of a lot of good decisions that were made over time. So that would be fulfillment. Now,
so what if I say I needed to go do training for certain XYZ in order to get into the corporate world? Would that be a need that I fulfilled? Because I got my foot in the door.
If you think you have the need to get that job, if you have decided that getting that job is going to fulfill a very important
Yes.
thing in your life,
Yes.
then it is a need, and planning for it is the steps you're going to take to fulfill the need.
So that's exactly what I did
Okay.
in order to
That's awesome.
become, fully independent and work with finances and understand how finances work, how to run a household by myself.
Household. Oh, okay. You mean like once you got the job, you started
Once I-
making money?
Well, I got the job before I finalized the divorce. And then I separated for a year, still had the job. And then I kind of took the steps that I needed to rent a house. And then be able to kind of run that house by myself.
Okay.
And I was not used to any of it. Because I was used to people taking care of me, people taking care of the bigger things in life, right? Finances.
Right. But what I'm referring to is something slightly different, I think.
Okay.
What you're referring to is you were in a situation and you wanted to get out of that situation because you felt stuck.
Correct.
Did you need to get out? Or even if you did get out, did you need to do all those things? Possibly, yes. But I think those are different things from feeling fulfilled, I feel, in my opinion. Because it seems to me that you got stuck in a situation which could have been avoided if someone had made a different decision when
Right.
you were much younger.
But that.
So you were trying to get out of a situation.
Right.
Your true
That was
fulfillment
a
is going to start after that.
That was a reaction to,
Yes.
to what?
Or fixing something that was wrong.
Right. So I was doing remedy. I was rectifying that.
Yes. In order for you to feel that the decision you made truly was good, you had to feel independent.
Correct.
To feel, you know what?
Correct.
I can now survive without that marriage.
And I was not confident. I was doubting myself.
Anyone would.
I was like, I cannot do this.
It's
Or
one of
maybe
the toughest things to do.
I need to go back. I kept, I was not 100% sure about it. I'm like, what if I regret this and I fail in life?
Then came the delayed gratification.
Correct. But that wasn't instant. It was just like over time. I was feeling good
Delayed
about myself.
gratification.
Yeah.
So you reach different milestones. You look back, you're like, you know what, this has been hard, but I've come a long way.
It's worth it.
It's going somewhere.
Yes.
Definitely better than where things were a few months ago, a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question that I was asking before I turned this on was, what do you need to do now in life to feel fulfilled? There is no one thing that fulfills you. There's a multitude of things, right? College at some point, job, becoming a mother, being there for your parents as a daughter. What is next? And not a want, need. See, it's a very tricky question.
It's very tricky because
when you talk about the future.
Right.
But when you talk about the past, it's easy because it's done. So you can separate the wants from the needs because some of the things, even though they were wants, turn out to be needs, blah, 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 blah. But future, take your time.
I think I need to do a little bit inner core work in order to figure out if I don't find somebody as a partner, life partner.
Hold that thought. Get something to drink.
Yummy. I've never had this bread before.
Yeah, my friend
I'm
introduced me to it. Just don't drop it.
One side. Okay, make it. Promise.
It's decent. 10 calories. Not bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus the 700 calories with milkshake and the.
We don't finish it. Not bad.
It's good.
Yeah. So, okay, so tell me now.
What was I saying? I forgot.
You said that if you don't find someone,
If I don't find someone, I think I have to do the inner core work, inner work in myself.
what is that? What does that mean?
I don't know, like just feeling comfortable enough to be like I'd be okay alone.
Oh.
Like
Dealing with the fact that you're going to be alone.
for the rest of my life, if I don't find my person, I'll continue to look. I'm not gonna give up. I'll still have that hope. But I think doing that inner work to figure out.
You have not done that work yet.
I'll be happy by myself. I think I started it, and I'm content being alone and having my privacy, but I still have a void. I still have a void in my life that I want my person to be with me, whether it's 50% of the time.
What does that mean? I didn't mention that, you did, so please elaborate.
50% of the time, meaning like being a part-time wife. You know?
What's a part-time wife?
Stop.
Okay, fine. You do not have to mention that, but okay. But that's good. Fine. So you're saying, in order for you to feel fulfilled, you need to find a good partner.
I think so.
And then you're going to feel fulfilled.
I think so.
And what are you doing about it?
Trying to meet new people, network, mingle.
And what's
going
been like
on
the
dates.
biggest challenge? Why do you think you have not found this person yet?
I think I probably focus on the wrong things,
Like what?
or if I focus, even if I focus on, like, let's say physical attraction, then I don't get the emotional connection. Or if I get the emotional connection, I don't feel an attraction to that person. If I feel both, then there's a problem with location, and there's a problem with relocating, and there's a problem with them. Maybe they're feeling intimidated that I'm a mother of 2 boys. So many things.
Have you tried dating people that have kids?
Yes.
And what are your thoughts about that?
I think they are not at the right state of mind sometimes. The people that I've dated, at least.
What does that mean?
They're going through some struggles mentally, and
Trouble?
meaning like I got to know those people. The struggles were, it was all about them. It was all about their kids, their life. It was not about asking questions about, oh, I'm genuinely interested in your life. I genuinely want to add value to your life. You know? So that was something that's like become a pet peeve of mine. It's like, okay, is it all about you all the time?
And these were people that were of similar background, generally speaking?
There were a few of them were similar backgrounds as me, and then a few of them were Caucasian background.
Even they had the same thing, that they were. Did you tell them? It seems like you only care about your.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was the reaction?
They'd be like, "Oh, we're just so excited to talk to you, and we want to just share everything about our lives." And I'm like, "Okay, that's great, but isn't it just natural to ask questions? Like if I ask you about how your day was, I'm not just gonna be like, how was your day, and then I go back to myself. I'm gonna ask you, what's going on? What happened? Like, you know."
Yeah. Okay. And then what happened when you told them this?
Then I would just fizzle. Like, you know, I would not feel it. They would not they would not put in an effort to make it work. So it would just fizzle out, and then we would not see each other, not talk to each other again. So I think people.
That's it. It just ends eventually.
It just dies. It just fizzles out.
And are these people close to your age, younger or older?
Close to my age.
Have you tried?
So the age range is around what I look for. Okay.
Actually, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Age range I'm looking for around is like 38 to 47.
And you wouldn't consider people older than that?
I could. It's a possibility, but I don't filter that all the way.
You don't think in any of these situations you've ever caused any issues?
I don't know. And I'm trying to.
Have they come out and like told you that, hey, listen, you're really weird?
No. No, but I think a couple times this was a few years back when I was still doing some inner work, and I think I have a different attachment style, and I get too attached. And so then I get anxiety if the person doesn't respond. then there's a lot of men have a detached communication style, and women like me who are insecure in certain things, or they want everything to be perfect, or they want to please, they're like more, I don't want to say I'm a people pleaser, but maybe I tend to be the more the giver in the relationships, and then I give more, or I put in more in the effort, and then I get bitter, and I'm like, why am I not getting it in return? So then that pushes them away.
Yeah, I mean, something that I can share from my experience is most men, and most men that know that they are of certain value, whether it's because they have gotten attention over time because of the way they look, which is temporary,
Right.
or if they feel that they have a certain high value and that they deserve the best out there, and they have met women that look good, multiple, over time. Sometimes it is a little bit difficult to figure out who truly is higher value among those women. And one of the things that come very naturally to men is that we like, especially men that have done somewhat decent in their life, that they like to pursue things that they like, pursue women that they like. But that pursuit has to happen in the beginning of a relationship.
Right.
Once they have achieved, or they now have the person that they want, the man in them is not supposed to come out and now continue with consistency. Any successful thing that they've had in their life required consistency and work, and now they're supposed to put that in. But before that is that beautiful art of pursuit of a woman that is desirable by a lot of men. Now, not every woman, even if she's pretty, is going to be desired by multiple men at all times.
Right.
However, the way she talks to a man can deliver a certain kind of message, and that message has written all over it if she's being pursued by a lot of men at this time or not. So if that woman, and this is sad reality of nature of men and women, if that woman is extremely easily accessible, in her mind she's saying, you know what, I really like this guy, and I don't want to lose him, and I'm going to just keep contacting him. To him, the pursuit's gone.
She's easy.
She's easy, pursuit's gone.
Yeah.
The problem with men, the way the brain works, is if something's easy, it must not be valuable, which is what, when we were watching that video, I had that background thing, that just because something's hard to attain does not mean it's valuable. However, how many people know that lesson, right? So unfortunately, my advice, if you want to take it, would be to play the game where even if you're speaking to them, you can't come across as someone that doesn't have options.
Right. Okay. And what if it's the other way around, where you think that, she's talking to multiple guys, she's not committed, or she's not going to be loyal, or then they're going to test you, or they're going to judge you.
I think you don't have to tell them that you're talking to multiple men.
Then how would they know? Just through your interaction with them. So respond late.
Just not too quickly.
Yeah, okay.
Right? I know you want to respond and you're like, I'm an honest person. But unfortunately, that honesty thing works more for guys than girls. That's just what at least in relationships in the beginning. And then at that point, once the guy knows that he is with someone that is in high demand, and it doesn't mean that she has to be in high demand by just men. She has to have an active life. She has to have an active social life, active family life. That this is a busy person that I want her to be part of my life, because whatever positive energy that she has that surrounds her, I want that in my life. But if I am her energy already, even though I only got to know her a month ago, then yeah, that is too much sometimes.
Which I agree, and I'm not the type to be clingy because I don't like clinginess either. But what happens when you're done pursuing, the man is done pursuing? He got what he wanted, that girl. You got that girl, and then life is boring. Or he
For who? For him or the girl?
For him. She's gonna be loyal to him. She's gonna be loving him. There is gonna be routine in the life. But what's his next goal? What is he pursuing with her next?
His next goal should be to build a family with her.
Okay, but what if they decided that they already have kids? They don't need to build a family. Then what's their, like, is he gonna cheat on her? Is he, you know?
And that is, to me, that is the problem with not having a goal like having kids. So if that is not the goal.
I mean, if you already have goal, if you already have kids.
Okay, he's getting panic attack because it's getting too hot.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off.
I'm gonna lower the temperature. Come here, Butters. So,
like if they're both in their late or mid 40s, let's say if they're 42, 43, they both have kids, they don't want kids, they don't have anything to glue that relationship together.
gotta have a goal, some goal. Doesn't have to be kids.
Could it be like traveling? Could it be like
Traveling's not a goal.
Okay. Could it
Traveling
be like
is just
doing
luxury.
business together?
Could be business. Could be that getting a dream home together. There's got to be something.
That
Because
you're
think about it,
looking
right?
forward to. It's like
Together.
the next chapter of your life.
Yeah, because the thing is, why are two people in their 40s that have had kids already looking to get together
So
for
that
companionship?
For companionship, yeah. So
That
then
means
they don't
that
feel,
future things have to be done together. But what are they going to do together?
whatever it is, if they're gonna be best friends and
Best friends. Best friends do not need to be in a relationship.
I mean that's what I'm looking for, a best friend and a romantic partner in one. Someone I can share my thoughts with and not be judged, but then also have a romantic side
I'm
to
gonna make
it.
a comment.
Go ahead.
You know how people say, "Oh, I married my best friend."
Yes.
It's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard.